So we are at the Casper KOA, and it's actually north of Casper by a few miles, out in a little town called Nunn. And the first impression I get is that this campground is very open, and as we walk through, I think you'll see what I mean. There aren't a lot of real private spaces, if that's what you're looking for, but I have a feeling Casper is a kind of a one-night stay sort of thing. A lot of people come passing through, but probably not staying for a fairly long period of time. So for amenities, they have a mini golf, 9 holes, pretty basic. They've got a general store, an office, as you would expect. There is a laundry. In the laundry area is also a small little library and some books. And there are showers as well. And we're approaching as you would drive in, and you see that there's basically a row, another row, and a back row. So it's not the biggest KOA that we've been in, certainly not on this trip. And it goes from basically that film quite a long ways that way. Around the corner from the entry, though, is probably the nicest feature that they have. Happens to be closed now. It's past 8 o'clock, but that building contains an indoor pool, and it's a very large pool, but it's a heated indoor pool. Really nice. I took a swim in there today. So we're at the far end of the campground, and there's some back-end sites which are pretty nice. They're away from the road and sort of have a little bit more space with the trees back here. As we work our way around to the opposite end, things open up a bit more. So this is a nice section. Directly across the street, I think you can start to see it, is a place called The Hangar, and it's a bar restaurant that we had dinner at. That's obviously very convenient. You can walk over there through a gate up here. It was good food, and nice not to have to drive back into town to get dinner. Pull through sites there, back in sites there, all the various hookups that you might be interested in are available, and we're walking toward the far end of the campground, but you can see how sort of open things are here. We're getting pretty close to sort of the second side of this. You know, most of the activity is in this area. Way over there is the main part. You have this giant gap, and then you see a big RV being led into this separate section altogether, and it looks like there's at least 3 or 4 rows back here, and there's a lot of campers back here, so it's almost like they have their own separate campground. One nice feature across the street, there is a truck and RV car wash available. Again, this is all pull-through sites, it looks like, and I don't see anybody up against that back row. The back row might be tent sites. or maybe small trailers to back in, but it looks like they've got their own covered picnic tables back in here for shade purposes. Lots of really big RVs back in here, and this is a reasonably priced site. Cody, for instance, was a lot more expensive, maybe a lot more amenities to go with it, nicer facilities, but again, I don't think Casper has the tourist draw that a place like Cody does, being so close to Yellowstone. Straight in front of me is a pronghorn, otherwise commonly known as an antelope, but he's across the street in the grassy area. We are in the middle of pronghorn country, so I'm not terribly surprised.